Sleep is something we all take for granted. Every single night, your body shuts down, not to rest, but to repair, to rebuild, to survive. And yet, millions of people choose to ignore it. But what really happens when you stay awake for 24 hours? Not just feeling tired, but deep inside your brain, your heart, your entire body. Something begins to change, slowly, silently. Your system starts to break down, and by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what your body is going through and why sleep might be more important than you ever imagined. At first, nothing feels wrong. You're awake, alert, maybe even productive. It feels like you've gained extra time, like you're ahead of everyone else. But beneath the surface, your brain has already noticed the change. Sleep isn't just rest. It's a critical process your brain depends on to reset itself, to clear waste, to prepare for the next day. Without it, that system begins to fail. Within just a few hours, your attention starts to slip, not dramatically, just enough that you might miss small details. Your reaction time slows, your focus weakens, and your brain begins to work harder just to do simple tasks. You may not feel it yet, but your brain is already under pressure, and this is only the beginning. Now, things begin to feel different. You're no longer sharp. Your thoughts feel slower, heavier. Simple tasks take more effort. You read something and realize you didn't understand it, so you read it again and again. This is your brain struggling to process information efficiently. Neurons are no longer communicating smoothly, signals become delayed, and your ability to think clearly starts to fade. Emotionally, changes begin to appear too. You might feel irritated, frustrated, even anxious for no clear reason. That's because the part of your brain responsible for emotional control is now affected, and without sleep, it loses balance. You're still functioning, but not the way you think you are. Now your body enters a dangerous phase. After around 16 hours without sleep, your brain begins to mimic the effects of alcohol. Yes, alcohol. Your coordination drops. Your judgment becomes unreliable. Your reaction time slows significantly. In fact, staying awake this long can impair you just like being legally drunk. You may struggle to focus your eyes. Your memory starts failing. You forget things almost instantly. You might walk into a room and forget why you're there. Your brain is no longer processing reality efficiently, and internally, your body is under stress. Cortisol levels rise, your heart works harder, your system is trying to compensate, but it's starting to lose control, and you're not even at 24 hours yet. Now, the real danger begins. Your brain starts to shut down in moments. These are called microsleeps, tiny episodes lasting just seconds where your brain completely disconnects. You may still appear awake, but for those few seconds, you are not aware at all. This is where things become truly dangerous, because you don't control when it happens. It can occur while driving, while walking, while doing something that requires attention, and in that moment, your brain simply switches off. At the same time, your immune system is weakening, inflammation increases, your body becomes vulnerable, and mentally, you may feel disconnected, confused, even slightly unreal. Your brain is no longer functioning as a stable system. It is struggling to stay awake. While your brain is failing, your heart is under pressure. Sleep plays a critical role in regulating your cardiovascular system. Without it, your blood pressure stays elevated, your heart rate becomes irregular, your body remains in a state of stress. Even after just one night, your system shows early warning signs, and if this becomes a pattern, the risk becomes much greater. Heart disease, hypertension, long-term damage that builds silently. without you even noticing. Your heart depends on rest. Without it, it pays the price. Your immune system is one of the first systems to weaken. Sleep is when your body produces the cells it needs to fight illness. Without sleep, those defenses drop. Your body becomes exposed. Viruses, infections, fatigue, all become easier to take hold. Even one night without sleep can reduce your ability to fight disease. That's why sleep-deprived people get sick more often. Your body is trying to protect you, but without rest, it simply cannot keep up. Now, your mind begins to change. Emotionally, you are no longer stable. Small problems feel overwhelming. Your patience disappears. Your reactions become unpredictable. You may feel anxious, stressed, or even slightly depressed. This is because the brain regions that control emotion are no longer working properly. You're not just tired, you're mentally compromised, and everything feels harder than it should. Here's what most people don't realize. The damage doesn't end when you finally go to sleep. Your body needs time to recover, and if sleep deprivation becomes a habit, the effects begin to stack. Memory problems, weakened immunity, chronic fatigue, and increased risk of serious disease. It doesn't happen instantly, but it happens quietly, and over time, the damage becomes real. So the next time you think about skipping sleep, remember this. Your body is not resting when you sleep. It is repairing, restoring, rebuilding. Every system, every cell, every function depends on it. Ignore it, and the consequences will build faster than you think. Protect it, and your body will reward you in ways you may never even notice. Because sleep is not a luxury, it is survival.